here they are clearly acknowledging that as part of the standing operating procedure, both flight crew members underwent the prescribed psychoactive substance screening test. The screening test in respect of the pilot in command indicated a result requiring confirmatory testing. What do they actually mean? We'll try and get that from our reporter. Meanwhile, the statement also says that samples have accordingly been sent to the designated laboratory for confirmatory analysis, and the final report is still awaited. Let me go straight across to Shefali, who is joining us on the broadcast. Shefali, can you help me understand what exactly is being said here? Was the pilot, the commander-in-chief, high on some substance or not?
So finally, Ministry of Civil Aviation has issued a statement. Since morning, everyone was reporting on this particular incident, especially the pilot being tested positive when checked at the airport. So let me tell you, in the ministry statement as well, it is mentioned that as part of SOP following such an occurrence, both the pilots underwent prescribed psychoactive substance screening tests, after which the screening test in respect of pilot in command here indicated a result requiring confirmatory testing, which means that he failed in the first test that took place while the other pilot was not failed. Hence, the second test for the pilot in command was required. And now the result for the second result is awaited now for this particular pilot in command who has failed in the first test. This is what the ministry in its statement saying. Now ministry is also has classified this incident as a serious incident. Earlier it was just an occurrence, and now the whole incident has been handed over to AAIB, which will now investigate into the matter, also to check if there was a weather-related issue in this particular incident, or was there any technical issue, or if at all, however, the final report of this confirmatory analysis will come, where if the pilot is positive or not will be decided.
All right. We'll leave it there for the moment. We believe that the Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau will now be investigating this Air India Phuket-Delhi flight fiasco that suddenly suffers a loss of about 300 as far as altitude is concerned, 300 feet as far as altitude is concerned. 17 people hurt. This flight was carrying 137 passengers, including 3 infants. Now, the developments we are seeing today are significant because pilots are subjected to strict drug testing protocols under civil aviation rules. But Air India says the test results have not been shared with the airline, and it is therefore not in a position to comment on the findings. But what does a positive screening test actually mean for a commercial pilot? Former DGCA Flight Operations Inspector Prashant Dhalla explaining the significance of such a test, the regulatory process that flows, and the implications for the pilot.
This particular crew was tested for psychoactive substances post their landing at Delhi. Their samples were taken, and one of the airline crew, the pilot per se, has been tested positive. This is a very serious issue in aviation. It is very important to understand that if the SOPs were not followed, then it is because of that pilot that the passengers suffered injuries, the cabin crew suffered head injuries, and it is very alarming in aviation.